We're here in the hospital. Nicole finally got her IV in. She said she's getting really drowsy. She's starting to feel lethargic. She's really struggling. And the only thing they've given her so far is salt water. How do you feel, babe?
I feel annoyed at you for having your phone out the entire time.
All I'm trying to do here is Instagram and record these moments. Yet, she's yelling at me. And I'm like, what'd I do? I'm just chilling until it's my turn to go bust in a cup. She's just waiting here. She got a couple grapes up in her ovaries, ready to be removed. Meanwhile, I'm here, fully loaded, ready to go. And she's yelling at me for recording this moment. It's all good though. It'll be worth it when Luna comes out. Right, babe? Let's check out the setup here. All right, welcome to our room.
Start it and do a series.
Oops, blocking the camera here. Let's try that again. All right, I'm going around here. This is where she's having surgery. Okay, we got all the equipment here. That's the computer for when we are done and she gets to play Mario Party. This is where I sit and observe. This is where they put the morphine that she's allergic to. It's gonna be a good retrieval day. Stay tuned. We got a lot for you. Break it down. Where did we leave off? Spirit fingers.
We left off with
spirit fingers.
a lot of spirit fingers.
Scared Coley away. It was a glitch in the system.
I gotta get a
All right,
tissue.
so last time you saw us, I was flying out of town to go see my little brother in his play, which you killed it, by the way, dude. Awesome. He played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. Phenomenal. Gaston. He's good.
No, we're starting again.
I don't even remember what I just said.
Yeah, where did we leave off? First, hello.
We did that 4 times.
Yeah, we're doing it 5 times.
So,
okay, go. Just go.
So I flew out to go visit my little brother and my family up in the Bay Area to go watch my brother in the play. And Nicole had to stay back, unfortunately, because she was finishing up her shots through till Monday. And then Monday she was going to have her appointment to see how everything checked out, see how the follicles and the eggs have been growing so that we can go forward until Wednesday, which will be the big day.
Shout out to my dad and Sam and Christy for giving me my shots. I really appreciate it. That was really helpful because they stressed me out quite a bit. Yeah, so.
So fast forward.
Okay. So okay.
Had a glitch for a second.
Yeah, just a little glitch. Okay, so then Monday came. Brandon and I went to our final scan before the egg retrieval, and the nurse found that we had how many?
35 follicles.
35 follicles, and she thought that 25 or more of those follicles were going to be mature. So that was pretty shocking to us.
Well, typically they say that anywhere up to 70% could be mature eggs, so that's where she got that number.
But because there was 25 over 14 millimeters, they think that that's a good indication that they were going to be mature. So we left that appointment excited. They gave us the heads up that we can do our trigger shot on Tuesday, 2:45 a.m., and then come in Wednesday midday and do the retrieval. So basically the prep for the egg retrieval is really simple. No food or drinks 8 hours before the procedure, no lotion, no makeup, no jewelry, stuff like that. We showed up an hour early. I took an anti-nausea, and then they hooked me up to my IV. That took forever because I got tiny little veins, as we know. And yeah, it was pretty simple after that. By the way, Brandon's video that I put before this video was just silly. They didn't give me salt water. Like, obviously, you can tell we were just being silly.
I'm pretty sure that was actually salt water.
No.
It's meant to hydrate you.
Well, whatever. I didn't get to play Mario Kart, but that would have been really fun. Anyway, so yeah, so I came out of the retrieval, and shortly after Brandon was there, we hung out there for how long? Like an hour? So I could I was in a lot of pain and really crampy, so I stayed there to kind of alleviate the pain. Oh, we have a guest appearance. To alleviate the pain, and then I woke up a little more and they let us go. Do we want to tell them how many eggs we got?
We got 19.
19!
So the assumption there was we would possibly have 25. You know, so when they came back with the number 19, by no means were we disappointed, because that's still a phenomenal number. But, you know, we kind of had it in our head that 25 was going to be the number. But either way, 19 follicles, or excuse me, 19, follicles with mature eggs, with eggs in them. So basically the remainder there of follicles didn't have eggs or mature enough eggs to be retrieved. So 19 is a phenomenal number.
Yep.
We went home feeling pretty good about that, and then basically just kind of sat and waited till the next day till they gave us the update on which eggs took to my swimmers and would hopefully become quality embryos.
To say that, we didn't mention that when I went into the procedure, Brandon had to go give a sample in the office so that they can use a fresh thing of sperm. In my last video, I kind of explained the process of what they do as far as fertilizing the eggs, but I'll just go over it one more time. They use a process called ICSI. Hopefully I'm going to say this right. It's
somewhere in your notes.
Does it say? It's like intracytoplasmic sperm injection. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Basically,
egg, needle, sperm in the needle.
Basically, out of those millions of sperm that they get, or however much you get, they go and they pick out the very best ones. We had 19 eggs, so they picked out 19 perfect little sperms, one at a time, and put one sperm into each of the eggs, and then hope that they would fertilize. So that's kind of what was happening on what they considered to be day 0, and the retrieval. On day 1, which is the update that we got the next day, they should be seeing 2 pronuclei in the center of each of the eggs. That would give them a good indication that the fertilization is on the right track. And that day we had 12. 12 of the 19 were to that point, so that was still a really big number, and that was exciting. On day 2, it should be dividing between 2 and 4 cells. They don't check the embryos on that day, they just continue to let them grow. Yesterday was day 3. We got an update that one of our embryos actually caught up. So now we have 13 that are growing day 3 embryo. We won't get an update tomorrow, but by day 5, we will know how many reach the criteria for freezing. They suspect 40 to 50% of the matured embryos will make it. So we'll see. Yeah.
So does that mean on average we should hopefully have 6?
Yeah, give or take. Which would be great. I mean, maybe if we had like 4, I could convince Brandon to have all of them.
Quadruplets.
Yeah.
Non-identical.
I want 3.
Nothing more in life.
I want 3. Pretty much no debate, but Brandon only wants 2. So if we get 4, then we'll have 4. That's basically how it will go.
That's how the math works.
Yeah.
You just add them together.
Symptoms after the egg retrieval, like I said, I woke up, I was really crampy and a lot of pain. That's to be expected. She gave me a heads up that because I have endometriosis, I might feel it a little more harshly than the average person. Some people are just back to work the next day. The day after, we did it Wednesday, Thursday, was not so bad. Like, I was definitely in pain and taking my medicine, but it was tolerable. However, by Friday, I just really struggled. That's when I tried to make all those videos. I was out of breath. My stomach or my abdomen was just really swollen. It looked like I was pregnant already for sure. I was in a lot of pain and I was really uncomfortable. It was hard to do anything. I kind of at that point worried that I may have OHSS, which is basically where your ovaries hyperstimulate after all that medication. But I feel a lot better today, so that's good. Good news, I think we're on a good track. On day 5, we'll get an update. We'll see how many frozen embryos that we end up with. We did not do PGS testing because of our age and what was kind of the criteria? Like, because of my age, they think that the quality of my eggs should be pretty good at this point. We did genetic testing on my side through the blood test, and everything came back negative, so there was nothing to worry about on that front. So we decided not to do the testing, and we just kind of wait now. Now it's a waiting game. In 2 weeks, I will have an appointment with the doctor to go over a transfer plan. Because of my endo, they want to make sure that they can stabilize everything and get us on a good track for having my body embrace those embryos. So we may not share the exact date when we know, but we'll keep you updated each week until then. Maybe kind of show you the prep of what we'll be doing in the meantime. But yeah, that's where we're at.
It's been a very interesting process. We've learned a lot about the reproductive system. You know, it's funny because we were talking just the other day about how, you know, we all go through biology in high school or whatever it is, and we all know, or at least we think we know very much how the, you know, the reproductive system works, but, you know, until you really dive into this process in depth, it's pretty interesting. So it's been kind of fun, obviously been scary for you more than me, but I think at the end of the day, we're excited to see where this goes, and we got a lot of good quality embryos out of it, and that's all we could really ask for. So next steps to come are going to be exciting.
Okay, I have a question. A lot of people ask me the questions, and one comment that I got recently was somebody saying, wow, how is your husband dealing with all of this? And hasn't it been so hard on him, all these hormones that you're going through and blah, blah, blah. And I was a little taken back. I think I am surprised that the hormones didn't affect me more. So I thought I was pretty even keeled, you know, for most of the time. It was really like, I felt like I was going through a lot of it. So my question to Brandon, I think I do try to think about how he's feeling in these moments, but I don't think I realize how much this also affects him. So tell them, like, how are you affected by all of this stuff that is going on?
Yeah, I mean, you're right in that the hormones didn't affect you. She wasn't crazy crying one morning and then super happy the next minute and then angry. I mean, by all means, pretty stable the entire time. I didn't expect anything other than that. For me, it's just this has been all consuming, and it's been again a very interesting process. But our conversations, you know, everything we think about, talk about very much is this process. And
definitely.
Although it's been interesting and fun, and you know, and I've enjoyed the process, it is a bit overwhelming sometimes when it's appointment after appointment, you know, and this is really all that we can kind of think about it. So.
Yeah, we're ready to not talk about it for a little bit. Just enjoy our lives and kind of get back to normal and not have it be every single thing that we do during the day, you know, taking our shots and then what time do we do this and do that and when's the next appointment? We get to just relax.
I guess I'd like to say thank you to everybody who has supported us, my family, your family, all our friends, close friends, and even a lot of my clients at the gym have been asking how things have, you know, been going, and it's been fun interacting. You know, we went into this not knowing much and really had to do our own research, so it's been fun being able to enlighten others and kind of hopefully open the eyes of some people who may be struggling like ourselves. So thank you for all that support.
Ditto. Anyways.
Cut out to the fuzzy bear.
Yeah.
Move your shoulder. Look at how cute she is.
Oh, look at that little cutie. We'll have to show you Marley. We have a chinchilla too. We'll have to show you him. Maybe we took a little video of him earlier. Maybe I'll like pop it in right after this, but we'll see. Hello. Anywho, until next week, thanks for tuning in. Cut. Spirit fingers out.